It is Friday, May 5th, 5/5/2023. How about that Pepe coin? I should say, how about that Pepe token? Because it actually is a token on the ERC. It's an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. I think it came out, was first released on April 17th, maybe 18th. And it has just exponentially grown, climbing up the coin charts, competing with many coins that have been around for many years. And it's upsetting a lot of people. A lot of people look at it as, wait a minute, this coin's been running for how long? This coin is actually sound. This coin is actually something that you can put your wealth into, and you know it's not going to get robbed from you. You're not going to get rug pulled. It's proven the test of time. And they see a coin like Pepe that comes out of nowhere, garnering all the attention and pulling a lot of money into it. It's worth it. Like all the tokens right now, the market capitalization is over $1 billion, I think. That's probably more than that. Yeah, it's $1 billion. Last time I looked, it was like $1.5 billion. It'll probably continue to climb. It'll probably triple from here. I'm not saying that it will, because as with all cryptos, when they're new, they go up and they go down. Then they go up again, then they go down. And it's this wave of money going in, money going out. People want to, capitalize and take profits. You'll see that, and you've seen that already in this short time frame. I think it's beneficial, though. A lot of people are upset by it. They think it's ridiculous. It's a meme coin. It's a joke. It's a frog. Has no value to it. Can't say that. It actually does have value to some people because they're putting their energy into it. It is it's a good marker. You saw the same thing with Shiba Inu. Like, what's this coin? What's it do? It's a piece of crap. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's just taking money away from Bitcoin, taking away from, what's true money. I don't get upset by that stuff. I could say the same thing. It's taking money away from Litecoin. This money should be going to the Litecoin. Litecoin's sound money for the digital age. It is. But you got to look at it this way. You work all week, you struggle, you realize the groceries are going up in price, you realize your fuel's getting very expensive. You look at what's happening around the world. This is backstage right here. I should show some behind the scenes footage of the dogs playing and fighting and wrestling for attention. Hey! But you think about somebody going to work struggling and realizing, man, the system's kind of rigged against me. I really don't see a way to win. And so you see a lot of people on a Friday, what do? They get their paycheck, they go into the gas station, they go to the convenience mart, the grocery store, and they say, you know what? I'm gonna buy a scratch off. I'm gonna buy a lotto ticket. Because, that dollar, or let's just say $100. I'm gonna take that $100, which I could be using for a lot of different things. I can buy some fuel with it, I can buy some food with it. But I'm gonna have to do that again next week. How do I get out of this rat race? I'm just trying to keep my head above water, and I want to be able to climb up a little bit and maybe reach out and get out of that pool. How am I going to do that? I need a ladder. So rather than going and buying, let's say gold's at $2,000 right now, rather than going to the coin store with a $100 bill and hopefully finding a 1/20th of an ounce piece of gold coin, or 3 silver coins, 1 ounce silver coins, rather than doing that and taking that $100 bill and buying one of those things, because they look at it and they think, yeah, I'll have it, but is it really going to do anything for me? How many of these do I need to really make a difference in my life? I'm going to have to do this every week, and save and save and save, and then maybe I'll have something. Maybe I won't be around long enough to enjoy it. That's going to take a lot of work to do it. But there's another option. I can go take that $100 and get a scratch-off ticket. And you know what? There's that chance. There's that hope. There's that somebody's got to win mentality that it might be me. I might be able to take that $100 and turn it into $10,000 or $100,000 on that scratch off, or even 1,000. That's 10 times my money. I've 10 timesed it. I think that's what they see with the Pepe coin. They look at it and they say, you know what? If I throw $100 into this, I might just get lucky. And you know what? Some people have gotten lucky. They look at it and they say, yeah, why wouldn't I do this? I could go out and buy a fraction of a Bitcoin, hardly anything, barely registerable on my wallet. And you look at it and you say 0.000, you know, it's kind of underwhelming. But you've got that chance, you've got that excitement, that attachment, that emotional thrill of scratching it off. I got one number, all right. I got another number it matched. All I need is one more, and I got, 10 more I can scratch off. And there's that hope, there's that anticipation, just that thrill that, you know what, this might be my day. I might actually beat the rigged system. And I think that's where a lot of the Pepe stuff is coming from. It's the idea that we feel at a deep level, a lot of people feel this, that we're losing. We're just getting beat up. And it's hard to beat the system. They're vampires. That's all they're doing. They're just stealing from us. They're taking from us. They're raising the price on this and that. And I'm struggling. I can't make it. Why doesn't somebody do something about it? They're letting people in across the border and giving them free stuff. I don't get anything free. I never got any free health care. I need an out. I need a way up. I need to get rich quick. And so this resonates. And this is what a lot of people, let's call them maximalists, Bitcoin maximalists, that mentality, that idea that, listen, you need to have this sound money, this is the only thing that's good, that doesn't resonate with people. If it did, everybody would own gold or silver. What resonates with people is a chance, is maybe having that one time where the universe comes together and everything is in your favor and you win. And you win. Why do you think gambling's so addictive? It's because there's that chance to win big when you wouldn't be able to make that kind of money anyway else. You don't feel you could, but you got that one shot. And you're going to take that shot because you know what? It's worth it. Because if it pays off, you're a winner. And you beat the system. And so that is how people are feeling, I think, about Pepe. They feel good. They feel like, you know what? I can win. I can win. I can win. So I don't disparage it. I think it brings a lot of people into crypto. I think it opens a lot of people who weren't in crypto to say, wow, you know what? Dogecoin did the same thing. Shiba did the same thing. It brought a lot of people into crypto. And you know what? You might say, holy cow, I doubled my money. Now maybe I'll buy a little bit of Bitcoin, or maybe I'll buy a little bit of Litecoin. I can get more now than I did before. Now the downside of that is you lose. You get a zero on that scratch-off ticket and the $100 is gone. But you know what? People are willing to take that chance. The chance to get something that they're not going to be able to attain for a long time. It'll take a lot of time to work. And every paycheck, every week, take a little bit out, save it, save it, save it, save it. If you're 45 years old, 50 years old, 55 years old, and you think, man, I need to come up quick. That scratch off, it's pretty appealing. The Pepe, looking good right now. I might throw something in there. Hey, you know what? If I lose, I lose. Doesn't matter. I gamble every day. Everything's a gamble. Every time I get in the car, I gamble. Every time I get on a plane, I gamble. Everything's a gamble. So you know what? This one might be in my favor for a change. Every dog has its day, right? So I think a lot of what's going on there. See, I didn't have this fully going before I started rambling here and turned the camera on, and I needed to do that. So once again, classic Westwood video where the cigar has to get relit. So I need to make sure I'm puffing on it and take some puff breaks here before. There we go. This one is an Olliv. Got a really good flavor. It's the Olliv Nicaraguan series, and it's just really tasty. It's got a lot of those flavors from I think it's the Ligera leaves. That's just good stuff. So anyway, that's what I'm having today. Later today I'll have another one at happy hour. I'm not sure which kind of cigar I'm going to have, but yesterday was the 4th of May, and the Star Wars fans, you know what that is. May the 4th be with you. The Force be with you. That was the whole Star Wars narrative thing. I got my Litecoin watch on again. It's Litecoin time, baby. So, today is the 5th. So I'm going to be doing a happy hour. It'll be May the 5th to be with you. You know, have a fifth of whiskey or something. Not Jack Daniels anymore. You know, put your energy into those things that you believe in. If they don't believe in the same things you do, you don't put your energy into it. But the happy hour starts at 4 p.m. Central Time, like it does every Friday on Litecoin Lisa's channel. We can watch it live, get into a lot of discussions of these things. I'll get into PAYCHECK a little bit. I'll get into a lot of other things. And a note, we're going to be releasing the time when we're going to have a live meetup here in the Illinois area, in my stomping ground. It's going to be in June. Location, details, going to have all those. Talk about it on happy hour today. Tune in. I hope everybody comes. I really do. I love these events, especially when I don't have to travel so far. I love these events and meeting everybody and just the energy, the excitement, the force. You know, use the force, feel the force. All of us are the force. We're connected to everything in the universe. All of us. We're one. Law of one. Thanks, Nate. Kind of always internalize that, but, you know, somebody put words to it. The law of one. We're all connected. And we all have a purpose here. And we're all fulfilling our destiny and doing what we were born to be. You know, right here, right now, in this time. And this time is... if you got to choose to come back at any time, I think this one's a pretty good one to come back in. Very exciting. We saw that the CDC director, what's her name, Walensky, or I don't even know what her name is, you know, the one with the black hair. She's resigning. Well, you know, the threat's over now. You know, the whole pandemic, you know, it's over. So, you know, I'm moving on to other things. I'm not needed. I've done my damage. Time to go do some damage somewhere else. She's leaving. So that plan kind of went down the crapper. You got to realize that the powers that be, the vampires, they want to control you in many different ways. And I think this was a longer term plan. Kind of got escalated and ramped up to where they wanted to usher us into this whole digital matrix, these 15-minute cities, these total lockdowns, total medical tyranny. And I think they got rushed into rolling it out. They wanted to take it a lot longer and scare us a lot longer. However, we went through the pain, as Cliff High says, eat the pain now. And I think we were forced through some people's actions to eat that pain now and make a decision. And a lot of people made decisions that they now regret because they were listening to vampires. And a lot of those vampires are hedging now. Well, you know, it was your choice all along. You know, there's not much, you know, it wasn't our fault. Even though they were doing their best to try and get you to do something you didn't want to do, something that wasn't really beneficial to you. And now we're seeing that. But enough of that. There'll be another thing or narrative that comes along that they're going to try and roll us into and convince us to do something. And I hope that the lesson of the last 3 years really taught us to look at ourselves, to look inward and say, you know what? I don't feel good about this. I feel like they're trying to put something on me. I think they're trying to make me do something I don't want to do. And you know what? Next time, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to listen anymore because they're going to continue to do that over and over and over again. And I think as more people wake up, the less power they have. Because if we stop participating and giving that vampire energy, they really have no power over us. And that's what we're starting to realize, what we're starting to see. They don't have the power. You've got the power. It's inside you. It's in all of us. And there's no reason to follow unjust orders. There's no reason to follow information that doesn't resonate with you and who you are. So you make a decision. You make a decision to participate, or you make a decision to go along with it and live a life of regret. Don't be living that life of regret. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. Know that they don't have your best interests in mind. Just like that casino. There's a reason why there's flashing lights everywhere. It's huge and beautiful, but it's all a facade. It's all fake. You go to Las Vegas. I don't like Las Vegas. I just don't. I don't like artificiality. I don't like things that are fake. I like things that are real. That's why I surround myself with things that are real. That's why I love dogs. I mean, can be stressful at times, but you know what? They're real. There's no pretense. It's just, hey, feed me. Hey, give me attention. Give me, you know, I'm thirsty. You know, whatever it is. You know, let me see that rabbit. And they're real. And I like that. I like being around real things. I don't like the artifice. I don't like the theater. I don't like the show of things. I don't like being deceived. Tell me the truth. That's what I want. You define the rules, I'll find a way to win. But when I don't know the rules and when the goalposts move all the time, it makes it a little bit more difficult. It's like Javier, you know, we talk about a lot and Javier talks about a lot. Hey, I'm showing up to the game. I don't know what we're playing. Should I bring my bat? Should I bring my gloves? Should I bring you know, a helmet? You know, what are we playing? We playing soccer? We playing football? We playing baseball, basketball? What are we playing here? I don't know. And they're not going to tell you that. It's like, well, I showed up to the game and thought we were playing basketball. Next thing you know, you get blindsided. You get tackled. That's what they do. So they're going to try to continue to deceive you and not let you play by the rules or not even tell you what the rules are. They don't even tell you what the game is. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them trick you. You don't have to play the game. You don't have to show up. You don't have to buy the ticket. You don't have to get in the stands. You don't need to suit up. You don't even need to be a part of it. You can just ignore it and just let it go. Let them play their games. No sense in doing it. You choose to play. Don't play. But I was talking about Las Vegas. I don't like the vibe because you go to Las Vegas and they try and build it. Here's Paris, you know, and here's Egypt. You know, they've got all these fake buildings, you know, that represent real things, but they're not real. Disney World, another one. Epcot Center, go to Epcot Center. And, you know, around the world, you know, it's a small world, and they show all these things, you know, and they're not real. It's just a projection of that reality. You know, everybody knows that, but it's that form of escapism. You know, they're giving you a form of escapism. There's ways to escape without having to go through that artificial construct. You can escape into reality. You can go outside. You can go walk around. You can go smell the flowers, you know, and feel the wind blow and just enjoy the reality of the situation, you know, and escape the matrix and all of the magic tricks that they play on you, and then just experience something real, you know, and that's more nourishing and more validating to your soul than going to Las Vegas and participating in, you know, something where they win, because they win. That's all it is. Bait and switch. I was outside here with Mom. She was planting some stuff in the back and looked across the field, and I said, look at that. And there's a coyote. You know, it looked, you know, I got the sense that he was by himself. He's running across the field, and I got the sense that he might have been injured a little bit. I don't know. He just seemed disoriented, a little out of place. Didn't seem right. You know, and he went and he turned and, you know, went that way. And I just, it was just nice to see things like that. It's just nice to see the reality of this world, and, you know, what's that? Where's that coyote going? You know, what's he looking for? Did he get separated from his pack? You know, what's the story there? And, you know, imagine, you know, what his story is, what he's thinking, sees us, heard us. You know, is he, you know, worried that we're going to come after him? And it's just this, just watching nature, watching the interplay, just enjoying things as they unfold, and wondering, you know, what's his story. Just it was an interesting thing to watch. You see it all the time out here. What are these rabbits thinking, you know, when the dogs are barking at them? What's that squirrel thinking? Just watching nature in action. It's so much more of an escape than all of the artificial escapes, metaverse, all of the things that they want to put in front of you that aren't really real. There was a whirlwind out here too. You can call it a whirlwind. I saw 3, 4, 5 of them. I don't even know. But you see them with the dusty fields right now. And they're tornadoes. That's what they are. These tornadoes are around us all the time, these winds. And are they good spirits, bad spirits? There's a big bunch of dust right now coming through. Holy cow. And what is that? Are these spirits roaming the earth? You know, these whirlwinds? Hard to say. But it's nice to imagine, right? These are real things that are out there, and you can pay attention to these things. You never know what they're trying to tell you. what the vampires are trying to tell us is that, listen, you need to follow our way. They're very deceptive. Follow us. We know the answer. Look at all the shiny things. Believe in us. We'll take you down the right path. And what's a vampire do? Just steals your blood, steals your energy. Like the witch in Hansel and Gretel, or Hansel and Gretel. You know, into the woods, come on in, come on in. Next thing you know, you're in an oven. They try to fatten you up. Oh, they're making me, you know, taking care of me. And then what happens? Next thing you know, you're dinner. See, all of these things, all of the things that we see projected that are trying to manipulate our mind, our perception, that's all it is manipulation. It's just a vampire trick. Got to stop listening to it. Got to stop paying attention to it. Think of all the people during the past 3 years. You've got family businesses, you know, local pizzeria, you know, local shops, bakery, whatever it is. They had to shut down. Could have been in the family for 100 years, passed down. Hey, this is what I'm going to do. Ever since I was little, I'd come in, help make the bread, you know. And then over the course of a year, really, all that was destroyed. All that was destroyed because of an illusion. A vampire illusion. Deception. Oh, you need to do this. You can't let people in. You need to shut down your businesses. Think of all that energy, all that love, all of that pride that was stamped out of people and taken away. Think about what they did. Think of all the funerals that you didn't get to go to because, oh, you know, got to quarantine, got to stay safe, got to keep people safe. No. Now's not the time to be listening to people who don't know what they're talking about. They actually do know what they're talking about, but what they're really saying is not in your favor. Stop listening to them. Just trust yourself. That's all you got to do. You know what's best. You came here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Never, ever let someone alter that course. You know what's right on the inside. Do not live a life of regret. Do not live a life of quiet desperation. Do what you're here to do. Be the person you were born to be. Trust yourself. You're part of something much greater. You're part of the force. You're part of that source. You can't forget that. They want you to forget that. Don't let them fool you. So figure out ways to exit that vampire casino. Don't play in it. Seek out things of beauty and go see if you can find a coyote running across the street. Just go pay attention to the things that you know are real and that resonate with you and make you feel alive, because the system that we have now, all it is a death system. It's a decaying, rotten, just putrid system. And you know it's not good. You might not know why it's not good. I'll tell you, it's because of the money. Because it's not built on anything sound. So as things unfold, and I think right now we're going through a lunar eclipse, the full moon eclipse, just we can't see it in the northern hemisphere. A lot of energies are shifting, a lot of things are changing, and it's never too late to change. It's never too late to be who you were born to be. You might think that, it's too late, I'm not gonna make it now, I'm just gonna scratch the lotto ticket, forget it. You know, I gotta win big. If I don't win big now, it's too late. You know what? Keep moving forward. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. You keep on climbing. There's not just one path to the top of the mountain. There's many paths. That path might be for somebody else. They might get there quicker, and you think, man, how did they do that? How did they get that lucky? Doesn't matter. It's not your path. Just keep going up the mountain. You'll get there. You'll get to the top. Never doubt yourself. Never doubt yourself. Just keep on going. And if you keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that, pretty soon you'll be up there and you'll say, wow, I made it. Had faith in myself, believed in myself, and I made it. All comes down to trusting yourself. Everything. Know you're greater than what they want to tell you you are. Don't let them deceive you. All right, I love you all, and I thank you for watching. I hope to see you on Happy Hour at 4 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to talk about when we can meet, when we can actually have a live happy hour, and where it's going to be, so that we can all get together And you can know that you're not alone. You're not alone in your thinking. You can know that, hey, there are other people who think like I do, even though all the messaging around me tells me otherwise. When you meet that person that thinks like you do and you look them in the eye, it's an awakening moment. These meetups are very important, and I hope you get to the meetup that I'm going to have here in Peoria, Illinois. As I said, the details, going to release them today on Happy Hour, 4 p.m. Central Time on Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. Check it out. Hop in the chat. Love to see you all there, and I want to see you in person. So whatever you got to do, get to the meetup in June. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful Friday, and always, always trust yourself.